Networkers don't need to make a list of 100 names. They don't need to send copy and paste messages to strangers on social media. All they need is an attention-grabbing headline for compelling content they've created with their perfect prospect in mind. And if that sounds interesting, you are in the right place. Stick around because I am getting ready to give you the point by point how to instantly attract your perfect prospect. And I'm going to give you examples of 5 ways to instantly attract your perfect prospect. Hi, I'm Connie Suarez. I'm a network marketing mentor. My passion is helping hardworking network marketers help their teams cross stage. This passion comes from years of frustration trying to use tactics that were not authentic with me and my team. So I started looking for something better and I found it. And now I share what I have learned with those who are looking for the same thing that I am. If this is good information for you, subscribe to my channel and click on the bell and choose when you will choose to get notified every time I post. Now, let's get into the powerful part of your social media campaign to attract all the prospects you can handle. Social media is our best tool today. You can ditch your list and leave your phone on the charger. Using social media requires an understanding of the power and limitations of the platform. Today, we're going to talk mostly about the power of social media to attract instantly the perfect people for you. I'm assuming that you have already identified clearly in your mind who your ideal prospect is, and that you have also identified the one offer that you're going to make to your audience, your ideal prospect. If you are not clear about those two things, comment below, either target audience or offer, or both. And I'll direct you to videos I've already created talking about how to do that. And if that isn't enough, I'm always open to doing more. But today, we're going to talk about how to use your chosen social media platform to communicate your message to your perfect prospect. And there is a way that you can package it, so to speak, and get their attention immediately. I'm talking about an attention grabber, a headline, a hook. An attention grabber is the title, the name attraction marketers give it. If you're a journalist and you're putting out a newspaper, it's a headline. And that headline grabs attention, doesn't it? And if it doesn't, then you need a new headline writer. If you are a best-selling author of riveting fiction, you know the word hook. And you use a hook to get somebody at the beginning of a book, at the beginning of a chapter, and then at the end of the chapter, you masterfully write a hook that will get them to keep reading. That's why there are too many times that I'm in a good book and I'm staying up past my bedtime. And a good author also writes a nice hook so that you go out and you buy the next book in their series. That's the way we do it. As marketers using social media, we want to use attention grabbers. In other words, I'm talking about the first line of a written post, a video, long or short. That first thing we communicate needs to be something that will grab their attention. And I'm going to talk about 5 different types of attention grabber. The first one, challenge commonly held beliefs. Your target audience has some commonly held beliefs, And some of those commonly held beliefs are holding them back. They just aren't really true for them in one way or another. So you want to challenge that to get their attention, and then you go on and explain and educate them, inform them, motivate them, inspire them. So if your target audience are people who are baby boomers, and aging is kind of an issue for baby boomers, and some of the issues of aging, then here's a commonly held belief that you could use to get their attention. Growing older doesn't mean we have to have memory problems. Ha. Now, I used to think that I used to have this commonly held belief. And I've learned that it ain't necessarily so, as the old song says. Yes, sometimes we do have memory problems, but sometimes young people do too. It isn't a hard reality that everyone that grows older will lose their memory. It just isn't. We know that. And there are other factors in as well. And you can go in and you can talk about that. And if you have a product that addresses aging problems, you can have a bit of that as well. The second type of attention grabber is promise a cherished desire. We're going to continue with the same group of people and the same issue that they have. Memory attached to aging. So here is a cherished desire that would have gotten my mom's attention, because as she grew older, she knew of family members who had memory issues, and she was so afraid that she was going to be like her Aunt Vera. And so if she'd been scrolling her Facebook news feed, this would have stopped the news feed, and she would have read your article. So here it is. Promise a cherished desire. I always hoped that I would be more like Aunt Mary, who remembered everything, than Aunt Betty, who couldn't remember anything after she turned 60. That would have gotten my mom's attention. And then if you went on to share about your anti-aging product that helped you with your memory loss, she would have been very interested. So going on to our third style of attention grabber, this is an attention grabber that could set up, stop the scroll so somebody will read about your testimonial. And so it is tell of failure and recovery. So in one sentence, one statement, you want to talk about failure and recovery as it would relate to the interest of your target audience. And we're going to stick with the baby boomers who are worried about memory loss. As I was finishing up my last year as a nonprofit director, I realized that memory all of a sudden was an issue. Well, it seemed likely that it would have to do with my age until I started taking this supplement. And I could go on and tell my story, because this is true. I did, in that last year that I worked at the nonprofit, all of a sudden have some rather disturbing memory issues. And at about the same time, I was introduced to an anti-aging supplement. And after several months, and after I had left the nonprofit, I got my memory back. All of those issues disappeared. So that's how you would get somebody's attention, though, first of all, talking about failure, and recovery. And for someone that maybe is even dealing with some of those issues, that would get their attention. It wouldn't get the attention of a millennial who can remember everything still, but it would get the attention of my siblings or me. Okay, the fourth attention grabber: offer information that will change their situation. I get certain emails that give me information about studies, medical and scientific studies. And there are several different categories that I'm interested in. And I often use those to share that information with my followers. And so one of the things that I've learned about anti-aging or aging is that it's not a given that just because you turn 77 this next month, that all of those bad things are going to happen now. Because there's some things that we really can do. So here is a made up statement based on different studies that I have reported to my followers over the years. According to scientists at XY University, there is a simple exercise regimen that will help slow down the aging process, including loss of memory. Okay, that would get my attention. I'm always interested in doing things, incorporating healthy eating and being active to slow down the aging process. And in some cases, science has shown that it can even reverse some of the aging process. So, for people in my age group with those kinds of concerns, that would stop my scroll. It has on occasion. Now, the fifth and the last that we're going to talk about, this is the last style or type of attention grabber: creating curiosity. Curiosity that will prompt them to ask a question. So, holding a cup of coffee. I've always enjoyed a cup of coffee first thing in the morning. Now that I have a coffee that improves my memory, I really love it. Okay, disclaimer here. It's an empty cup because I don't have a coffee. My supplement comes in a pill, not in a coffee. I kind of haven't found a coffee that is, and all of those coffees are instant, and for the most part, just aren't as good as making it with a fresh grounds in the morning. But if somebody presented a coffee that improved my memory, I would probably try it. It would stop my scroll anyway. So let's just review. First, challenge commonly held beliefs. Second, promise cherished desires. Third, tell of failure and recovery. Fourth, offer information that will change their situation. And fifth, create curiosity that prompts them to ask a question. So don't be too coy about it. Be honest about it for sure. Always, our integrity has to be there, right? I hope these have been helpful for you. And do comment if there's anything that you'd like to hear more about. Subscribe to my channel, and when you do that, ring the bell so that you get notified when I'm posting my next video. My intent is to post Tuesdays and Thursdays. But when I do that, I schedule it for, well, it turns out to be like Wednesday, first thing, like 12 a.m., and Friday, 12 a.m. So you can watch for those videos, or you can ring the bell and get notified. This is Connie Suarez. I'll be in